Hey everyone, welcome to the Hall of Game channel. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 heroes in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Okay, so starting off the list at number 5, we have AFK. So what AFK does is that her hero power is a passive in that you skip your first 2 turns, but after that you get 2 cards that allow you to discover a minion from Tavern 3 and then from Tavern 4. So I think this one is really good because even though you skip your first 2 turns, you don't take very much damage when you do that. And then when you come back on turn 3, you have 2 really strong minions. And then for the next 3 turns, you have minions that nobody can even get yet. Another thing that's great about AFK is that by getting these 2 minions that are really strong, it allows you to take it a little easy and allows you to advance your tavern rank higher faster because you have minions that can kind of hold their own and make it so that you don't have to worry too much about taking damage the next couple of turns. Number 4 is Nefarian. So what Nefarian does is for 1 mana, he makes it so at the beginning of your turn he does 1 damage to all enemy minions. This is a very strong hero power because what it does is it takes out Divine Shield right away, so you don't have to deal with that on any of the minions that you're facing. The thing about Nefarian's hero power is that typically it's not overly helpful in the beginning and mid game, but in the end game it destroys. That's when most of your opponents will start having more divine shields, and you just take that away from them and make it so that they don't have what they had before, which was a much bigger advantage. Number 3 is Maleficent. So what Maleficent does is her hero power is a passive that gives all the mechs in Bob's Tavern +1/+1. So obviously this is very strong, especially considering that mechs are probably easily the best type in the game right now. And so being able to give those minions +1/+1, especially at the start of the game, is incredibly strong. It allows you to have a stronger presence on the board, allowing you to upgrade your tavern faster than you normally would, or at least safer than you normally would, so you take less damage by doing so. Obviously, just all that 1/1 on mechs stacks up. When you get triples, when you get magnetic, all of those stats, they just add up really quickly. Number 2 on this list is King Mukla. So what King Mukla does is very similar to Maleficent, except with beasts. He makes it so that whenever you buy a beast, you add a banana to your hand. And what these bananas do is they let you give any minion +1/+1. So obviously this is really good in a lot of the same ways that Maleficent are good. It allows you to have a stronger presence at the beginning of the game and allow you to make upgrades earlier because you have minions that can hold defense better. Also, in ways that this is different from Maleficent, you can pick which minion you want to buff. So if there's one minion that you're wanting to make really strong, like an Amalgam or your Hyena, you can give them these bananas and they'll just become really strong depending on how many beasts you're buying. The main reason that I put him higher on this list than Maleficent, though, is even though I think mechs are a little bit better than beasts, is just because of this ability to put them on whoever you want. I think that makes it better than Maleficent because instead of just everyone getting 1/1, you can choose whether you want the stats. If you want to do the same thing as if you had Maleficent, then you can do that. But if you want to put it all on one, you can do that as well. So there's more versatility with it. Now we come to number 1. So in my opinion, the best hero in the game right now is the Curator. So the Curator has a passive power that starts you on turn 1 with an Amalgam. So what an Amalgam is it is a minion that has all minion types. So that means any minion that can buff any other minion can buff this minion. So starting off on turn 1 with this allows you to pick minions that would buff Murlocs, buff Beasts, buff Mechs, anything like that, and you can start buffing this right from the beginning. It also means that once you get the regular Amalgam minion, you can have multiple Amalgams down, which means that all the cards that buff multiples they'll just be buffing both of them, and you'll just have a stronger and stronger Amalgam. And this is obviously good because the Amalgam is the best minion in the game. So I think the Curator starting you out with that makes him the best hero in the game. All right, so that does it for my top 5 best heroes in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Let me know what you think down in the comments, whether you agree or disagree. I definitely want to hear it. And don't forget to like and subscribe.